bad that I just sort of skipped my planned stream for today without saying anything. I meant to post something. Oh, I don't do Sundays. Like, I don't always do Sunday streams, so it's fine. But I said I was going to, and then I just didn't, and I feel a little bad about it. So I actually feel better hearing that you didn't, that it was not notable enough for me to feel bad. Yeah.
One. Aha. Welcome. Hang on. I'm just throwing up the intermission one while we get everything set up. One moment. All right. All right, so we in that call now? Yeah, it looks like. Cool. Yep, perfect. All right. I'm just going to show that entire screen. It should be fine. All right, you seen it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. All right.
I've been feeling a little off today generally, so I'm going to ask for reassurance.
Yeah?
My chin isn't that weird or double or bad.
No, not at all.
Right?
Not at all. Hang on, let me add in the thing, because
It's one of my things that bothers me about myself. You know, everyone has those.
Oh, sure. No, I know exactly what you mean. But hang on, I have to update the URL for this. So
Look over and be like, oh no, my chin is looking horrible.
right now people can't see at all. So
Well, that's why I
yeah. Hang on. But yes, allow me to reassure you, your chin looks totally normal, like a regular human chin.
I'm sorry
Okay.
that might have been live on stage.
That's fine.
No, I'm backstage. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, we gotta actually make you go live. Hang on. Show on stream. Push guest. There we go.
Hello.
I think we got it. You are there now. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I do love this game.
Yay, good. Okay. So yes, now official intro. Welcome everyone to the Sunday Scaries. Tonight featuring special guest star Hanapengu.
Oh, I gotta. Yeah. Okay.
What's up? Everything good?
Who demanded reassurance right at the beginning of the stream, but it's cool because I'm the only one watching yet, although it will be on the wall.
Anyway, so we are back playing Scarlet Hollow once again.
Yee.
And let's load up. We are beginning chapter 3, I believe.
Yay.
Would you like a recap before starting episode 3? That would be a good idea for exactly this reason. So, let's do the full recap. It'll be interesting to see what details they deem relevant. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops in seedy depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perlan Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Poor thing.
Pain, rot, decay.
Oh, I get to do Duke's voice again. This is so exciting.
Okay.
Hang on. Come on, you, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot. As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. You dive forward and scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness. Your eyes fixate on the dark tree line over Duke's shoulder. God damn it! Still, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. My wait, Sybil. Oh wait, Sybil is the grandma, right?
Yeah, Bane. You were
Bane
doing
voice, yes. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they are a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come.
Yes, good.
From the relative safety of your cousin's uncomfortable guest bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. Though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you are safe and you are warm. Oh, good, he's still here. But listen, you better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps toward the door. Sunset.
Oh, was I doing Avery?
I think I was doing Avery, but let's see. Okay. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm going to keep my ears open for you. The diner's where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what's going on here, or what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Alright. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Hi, Dr. Kelly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now anyways. Alright. My Wayne voice. Here we go. I have to remember which one I did. Stay home. Wait for the week to end. Don't keep putting yourself in the path of danger. This is all I ask.
Sounds good to me.
As you leave Tabitha's office, you take a moment to get your bearings, only to be interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shaw mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. Oh, hey. I just noticed in the corner there.
Oh, yep. Ditchling. Spot the ditchling. Yep. There's a game of this.
Yep. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? You know I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shaw mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do these things keep happening to me? Whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen.
My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want.
Yeah, that's it. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning.
My dad says our house is haunted.
Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there! Your cousin dives toward you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the... What?
Yeah, you can never read that. Like, I run into that every time.
Johnny, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down.
Yeah, keen eye.
Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call.
We could have all died down in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. Yeah, Alexis.
Yeah. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you. Wake up. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow.
Oh, also.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mines still stuck to your skin. I mean, like, I'm not gross, so I feel like there's no real drawback to taking a shower.
Yeah, no. Basically, if you don't shower, people will comment on it and you'll get an achievement.
Of course. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. But how is the pressure?
Probably.
I mean, it looks
very
adequate,
fair.
you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, as steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... let's be real. You think about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. You're done here. Wash away your sins. Achievement unlocked.
You get an achievement either way.
Yep. Just for the completionists, really. Anyway. I was about to say, like you? Just a little?
100% achievement completion.
Yay. I'm glad you platinumed this one. All right.
Yes.
You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off.
At least for now, until the next chapter comes out.
Time to start your day. Every time I look at that fancy roll-top secretary and I'm like, man, that's a nice looking piece of furniture. Nobody has them anymore because they're incredibly heavy and expensive, but...
Yeah.
And they're not really good for putting a computer on, so... Alright. Lots of options.
You can do all of them.
Oh, alright. Let's do a bunch of them. How is Dustin? There are 2 of them now.
Yay!
Good morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name Mom. She come to visit. I, Dustin Mom, gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy.
Aww. What happened to your glass house?
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. It just try to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
That's so precious. Hang on.
I know, right? I love these opossums.
Oh, I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster?
Which, by the way, means frou-frou.
Right.
Dustin was scared too. Hiss! If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill.
I believe it 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on. Yeah.
Then Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature.
Gotta go by.
Okay.
I love the opossums. They're one of the best things in this game.
It's true.
And is definitely one of the reasons I encouraged you to talk to animals.
Well, also because that way you would do the voices of the animals, so.
Yes.
Alright, what's
I
out
did
the
say
window?
one of.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to be useful as the voice of animals and children unless you can speak to the animals?
Yeah. You hold your breath and approach the bedroom window. After finding that boot print and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back. You turn back to the guest room. Creepy doll still there? You know, I said we should have set it with its back to the door of the closet, but no. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right?
You have keen eye.
No, it hasn't.
You'll know.
That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Alright, you pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. What a set of options. Send a photo of a pained old man?
Yup. It's that one, you know, the guy who's smiling but looks like he's really in pain. Except then turns out that's actually just that guy's face.
I vaguely know this, but not well.
It's a meme.
It's not the Guess I'll Die one, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's a different old man who is in a little bit of pain, I think. I'm gonna go with the basic.
Pain Harold.
Okay, got it. Yeah, different guy. Morning, how are you guys holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response.
Oh, texting either of them individually is essentially sliding into the DMs. It's mostly for romance path.
Yeah, we're going for Avery this time around, so head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-haired woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can.
See, I told you someone would do the dishes.
Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen.
Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You do you, Tabitha.
Bonjour, Frou-Frou.
Ugh, bonjour, sacre bleu.
Do not.
Do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it?
I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night? You don't... okay. I don't know this character well enough to give her a voice yet, so...
I tend to either go accidentally... So I keep kind of giving her a Midwestern accent, and I don't know why. It's because she says okie dokie.
There you go. Okay. Let me see here.
She's the sort of person who says okie dokie, so think
You
about
don't
that.
say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kind of are. Hi, I'm Johnny. Good morning. I'm Janie. I'm just here to do a little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know. Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Johnny. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha, what with everything that's... Janie? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement.
A lot about this scene is basically there is a fan theory that Tabitha is autistic, and there are a lot of things in this scene that lend to that theory.
Okay.
The implication that
none of
she's
these are good.
me.
Hey Tabitha, how's it going? It's fine. Hey Tabitha, how's it going? There was a massive mine collapse last night that almost got my cousin killed. So I'm a little stressed. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Yay, cousin bonding time. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down City Hall. If I'm lucky, you'll give me a call at some point between dousing the building in kerosene and lighting the match.
I love that.
Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Johnny, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing, everyone getting out of that situation, all right? I don't know why this takes keen eye, but you only come in once a week, right? What do you do with the rest of your time?
It wouldn't necessarily have occurred to you
Right,
to ask if you didn't think about it.
Right. Perceptive more than just keen eye. So
Yeah.
But like socially perceptive.
Well, keen eye means perceptive, broadly.
Right. Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing. Oh no. Oh, I know the voice I should do for her.
Oh?
Seuss.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, odd jobs mostly. Weeding gardens, cleaning houses, watching kids, that sort of thing, dude. My husband's the pastor, so a lot of my time spent in the church and doing things for the community. Poor Daniel. He's been going absolutely stir-crazy since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. It'd probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. Oh, that's rude. Alright, we'll go with this one. With everything that's been going on lately, having a priest on speed dial seems handy.
I love Tabitha's eye roll.
I'm like, at this point, she should be like Sonic the Hedgehog tapping her watch, right?
Yeah, basically.
Having a pastor on speed dial is always handy. Debatable. Ahmad Daniel's a wonderfully talented pastor. Also debatable. Enough dawdling, we're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. You drink tea? Yeah, whatever. I do a lot of stuff you don't know about. It helps me relax. After everything that's happened in the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. I almost said exists, but yeah. Fine, okay, keep coddling him then. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh. Other people and their drama. You know, if more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Or you would be a lot happier. Anyway. Out of curiosity, would you call yourself happy? Tabitha pulls back, surprised by your question. The lessons we learn from loss are often more powerful than those we learn from victory. I'm unhappy because I took so long to learn life's difficult truths.
I don't think that's true, Tabitha, but...
That's called a rationalization.
Yeah.
We're burning daylight, come on. Oh, I don't get to ask the other one. Ah, it's okay. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. I hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Johnny, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute.
I've decided to turn my lighting down, so I'm also a little spooky.
Ooh. Yeah, sorry we can't do all your usual background effects.
Oh, that's fine. I just was thinking about how my background was all like bright and stuff, and
Yeah, I'm trying a new one with the lamp back there in the warmest color temperature that I can find, at least. So.
yeah, I'm also changing my ring light to a warmer temp. I think it works well.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I go with you? I like the tea room. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? That's pretty good. I'll go with this one. Sounds like your daughter's pretty mad at you, Sybil. She just needs a little time to cool down. Yesterday was a bit much for her, so I'm giving her some space. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Oh. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in.
Subtle.
I know it took a little longer than you'd hoped, but this was fairly short notice. Sybil pauses, and a moment later you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Hang on. Can I adjust this?
Oh no, did I make you overthink your lighting as well? Your lighting is fine.
What? Okay. I think that may have helped with the light. I'm not sure. But
It may have made the screen glare worse, but not significantly. So you're probably fine.
all right. Anyway, Sybil pauses, and a moment later, you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. She and Tabitha resume their discussion, their voices hushed. You can only make out bits and pieces of what they're saying. Is there... Yes, make sure this is all. Not inside. Outside, then. Don't assume you know. I know what I'm... Your listening session is halted as the tinkling of bells announced another patron. Oh, excuse me.
He's very southern.
Right. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, that might be too refined. Excuse me. There we go. Well, you're Johnny,
he's a
aren't
farm
you?
boy, born and bred.
Yeah. My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. The policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to go bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him?
So weirdly enough, answering him as to where to look skips over all the explore options. But you can do all the explore options and then tell him, so like you're not losing that option.
So I can do the explore options, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prized pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down the hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. It's pretty dangerous up there. I wouldn't go poking around. I ain't a stranger to what these hills have to offer. Daddy always said I wouldn't have nothing to fear so long as I learned how to use my fists, so he taught me how to do all that. Those woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I learned those lessons than to go out there and find him. I'm going to get to that one in a second. You seen anything strange on the farm the past couple days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. Your dad was killed by the ditchlings. They're monsters that show up when something bad's gonna happen, and they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find him. I already said it wasn't safe, so...
Yeah. I am firmly of the opinion that telling him is the right thing to do.
Yeah. He died on the northeast edge of town, off of the Asgina Trail. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god! Hey, I overslept! Still gotta make myself breakfast. If y'all want, you can swing by. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan. I think I'm good. I just had a big fight, not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house.
It says that, but you can only choose one of these. Tabitha will be annoyed if you choose someone who's not her, but it won't be like the end of the world. It is a great chance to bond with Tabitha if you want. Otherwise, it's a get to know you scene.
Okay. I mean, like,
so if you want to do Avery romance, it's either go to the diner to see Avery,
yeah,
or you'll be fine if you want to do the Tabitha. There will be other opportunities, but it is a really good opportunity to get to know Avery.
I don't know. I think this character would wait for Tabitha.
Yeah, she does get pretty annoyed if you just run off again, exactly as she feared.
Yep. Your cousin will probably be back any second. It's best to just stay put. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. How are your dailies going? Miles doesn't dignify your question with an answer. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed.
Wow, he does not like you very much. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name.
It's Johnny.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and forget it again.
Miles returns to his phone. Youth. Anyway, Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Well, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone.
I'm sorry. I'm too scared. It was so mean.
It's cute, though. No, other ones are rude. I'll do the Fast and the Furious one and say family. Family's important. I'm not just gonna ditch you. It's a nice sentiment. We'll see if you can actually put it into practice by not doing anything weird or dangerous for the rest of the week. I've got a couple hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas so we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha leaves the store, motioning for you to follow. Follow her. Tabitha
So, as a note,
yes.
Sorry. This is a long back and forth between just you and Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
You were welcome to do it all yourself, but I figured I would offer if you would like me to do Tabitha for this scene.
If you want, sure, go for it.
Just to give your voice a rest.
Hey, I mean, you do it all the time, but I appreciate the help.
Well, I'm here, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street.
The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know?
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah.
And there's my reaction. That's it. That seems sinister.
It's just easier this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, come on. Let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted.
Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door.
Come on. Don't worry. It's empty.
Follow her. You follow your cousin into the model home.
We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda.
Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. This place clearly gets cleaned regularly, but it doesn't feel like a real home. It feels like a set piece, like you both wandered into a play, and if you were to look at the walls from another angle, you'd see them for the two-dimensional illusions they are. Oh, so many options. Jeez.
Yeah, you can go through most of them.
What was Perlan like?
Okay, I guess you should know at least some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day, from what I've heard. Perlan was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know?
Did you two get along?
No, that woman was a monster.
How did she die?
Sleep apnea.
Fuck, that sucks. Alright, what was your dad like?
Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork. Sorry.
It's okay. Especially considering he would lose...
Especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. Sorry. The quality of the screen share is a little low for some reason, and I can read like 95% of it, but every so often there's a word where I'm like, wait.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm
It's
not
fine.
sure how I can...
It's not really fixable, so I just letting you know, so if I pause and can't quite figure out a word, it's because that. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm not quite ready to pay for Nitro yet, so...
No, that's fine. Although maybe I should call you, because I have Nitro.
Exactly. Anyway.
Anyway, and he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday.
Oh, that's harsh. God, does no one in this town have two parents? I'm sorry, that must have been really hard for you.
I don't really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't want anything to do with me, his loss.
True. What do you think of Silas and those other old-timers?
It's complicated. They built the town. They built the mines.
Mine, yep.
They're the whole reason you and I are here today.
Yep.
They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead. They've been dead a long time.
Ooh, a Kenai one. Is the estate stifling to you? Is that why you come here? Tabitha sips her soda, her expression suddenly heavy.
I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts, pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can imagine a life where I don't have to think about the 200 years of history
resting on my shoulders.
On my shoulders. I can imagine I'm just living as a bank teller or something, having a simple life.
Okay. I'm curious to see what happens if you ask him we try some of the tea you picked up. Can we try some of the tea you picked up? It smells nice.
Nope. It's sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day.
A likely story. Do you like living here?
It's the only thing I know.
I think that's a more interesting probing question. So, I mean, you've visited other places, right? I've seen that blowing rock mug in the kitchen.
My what? Oh, that must be one of Janie's. She was always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Perlan, and one for the occasional guest.
God, having to wash your cup every time you use it. Like,
I'm sure she
immediately, but like, anyway, sorry.
Like,
I mean, like,
as
yes.
a person who will reuse the same cup or water bottle if I'm just filling it with water, she probably didn't wash it every time.
Oh, if it's just water, that's one thing, but like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, did you see anything in her fridge that indicated she drank much else but water?
I just assumed she drank coffee because she's a grown-up, you know? And the kind who
I
would probably
don't.
need coffee, but... I don't
Anyway.
know.
But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked, she just tells me stuff about her family. Anyway, she said they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back.
Don't you dare.
Anyway, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me.
You don't know how to delegate.
She does not. She was not taught that skill. Even a little.
This one's you.
Oh, sorry. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens.
You live in a massive mansion but only have 3 cups?
Why does everyone get hung up on that? It's not like the Scarlets don't own more dishware, but I'm not going to use the fine china to drink Pepsi. Oh, okay, I guess she drinks not water. Maybe she rinses the cups out?
At least.
And we technically have 4 glasses, but one of them is used for the silverware.
You have drawers for the silver... never mind.
So there, we have more than 3. I'm loving this, though. You got a Tabby likes you, so you're getting a Tabby likes you version of this, which she's much more open and tells you more stuff.
That's good. Alright, what's not mean? I'll go with you should be nicer to Janie. That's a fine one. You should be nicer to Janie.
Oh my god, her eye roll.
She seems like a nice lady who's just trying to connect with you.
Please spare me the lecture. I shouldn't have to make connections with random people just because they want to make connections with me. I just want her to come by once a week and clean the house, then pick up her paycheck and leave me alone. You could offer to go to the beach with her.
I wasn't sure if that was a romance. Oh, you can't have a romance option because
You
you're
can't
cousins.
romance your cousin.
I mean, like, hey, we're in the sticks, right?
You cannot. They have talked about this.
Good.
You cannot romance your cousin.
Good.
And they have also banned talking about romancing your cousin in the Discord because it's uncomfortable. They're like, you as a player are allowed to say that you would be romantically interested in Tabitha,
right?
But please do not imply that that is ever going to be an option in the game.
Never canon.
Our game is not going to. Of all the content warnings in our game, incest shall not be one of them.
Yep. Like I was just being glib with the like we're in the middle of the sticks comment, but yeah. Anyway, maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together.
Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. And this is the Tabitha likes you answer. I just feel the need to clarify.
Yeah.
If she doesn't like you, she laughs, and it's described as this harsh, screeching sound like a gull. And then she's like, no. Or, yeah, right, or something like that. But if she likes you, she's like, yeah, that sounds nice.
That's good. Do you actually like running the mines?
Of course not, but that doesn't really matter. I've had years of Perlam drilling that into my head. I can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, this entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear.
Wow, yeah, you really can't delegate.
Yeah, no, like I said, she was literally not taught. She was literally taught not to. Though, I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off.
That's a ridiculous one. I will ask this. Yeah, again, I usually go for the probing questions. What would you want to do if you weren't here?
Honestly, I wasn't joking when I said I could imagine living as a bank teller. My entire life has been defined by my obligations. I'd like nothing more than to go somewhere, do a task, and go home.
It's a pretty great gig.
I know, right? And also, there are definitely things in here I'm keeping myself from commenting on every single little one, but like, you know, as someone who is... Let me just say there are some definitely autism-coded things that I am reading into things Tabitha says here.
Okay.
Like, particularly the do a task and go home. And I get that's because of obligations and stuff, but it's just that's... Also the bank teller thing. I'm like, I would be really good at that job because it's very clearly defined what you have to do for it. And then you do that, and then you're done for the day. So I don't know. I just found that one might be more of a stretch. That one might be just more I find her relatable because of that. But there's definitely... I mean, I can try and pull together a list. Actually, you know what? I might do that off stream at some point and like play back through on a pro tabby run and make notes of everything that makes me think she's at least some flavor of neurodivergent. Also, like talking about people being too much and not wanting to feel obligated to like... I mean, not just like, I mean, she says, I don't want to feel obligated to connect to other people just because they want to connect to me. Also kind of overlaps with some of the why small talk stuff. That
Sure.
Just anyway, sorry.
That's fine. By all means.
It's a fun fan theory that makes many like neurodivergent fans of the game identify with her more strongly.
Cool.
Myself included.
Anyway, this is your line.
Right. Not that it matters. I am here, and my life is defined by those obligations. Dreaming about some other life only makes the one I have more difficult. She says, clearly doing it anyway.
Yep.
I want her to have the life where she gets to move in with Stella and they can be cute lesbians together, and Tabitha works as a bank teller, and it's great.
I'm betting that fic exists.
Probably. Actually, I've looked up Scarlet Holofics. There's not a whole lot out there, but there was a really cute one.
That's an opportunity.
There was a really cute one where Stella, Kanika, Reese, and Tabitha, who was dragged in by Stella, much to Kanika's displeasure, all play a tabletop game because they talk about at one point there's a path where you can get that Reese actually did used to DM for them.
Aww.
Except that they also did it as a crossover with their other game, Slay the Princess. So it was the first chapter of Slay the Princess as a tabletop.
That's really clever. Cool.
Yeah. It was a good fic. I recommend it.
Nice.
Anyway.
Oh, here we go. I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place. Do you know him?
Reese? Oh, yeah. The dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, smelled kind of weird. Stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. Guess that's not hereditary, though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me.
There's so many of these, jeez.
Oh yeah, you can ask all of them. The only one she really gets tetchy about is the Wayne one.
Okay.
If she likes you, I think she actually will answer that straight even.
I know I've already asked, but can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella now that we're hanging out?
All right, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and... Anyway, Pearl Ann didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Pearl Ann made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on.
Why ban her from your property, though? You're acting like Pearl Ann ended it all, but Stella hasn't stopped trying to be there for you.
I don't know. Perlan made me do it, and she's not even in the ground yet. I haven't had time to figure out how I feel.
Do you want me to try to get you in with Kanika?
Please. If she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Johnny.
Yeah, where's it gotten you? You had some harsh things to say about about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said?
I do. Some people shouldn't have kids.
And who should decide? Hey, what do you think of Avery?
Who?
Avery. Works at the diner, wears plant shirts.
I have no idea who you're talking about. He only moved to town 3 years. Wait, no, you might not know that, but yeah.
Anyway,
no, he did talk about it.
Do you know Sybil well?
Everyone in town knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well.
Hey, why did you hire Janie?
Perlan hired Janie. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate.
Oh no, that's adorable.
I know, right? And that's part of, I think, why Janie... Like, I think about that whenever I see that scene where Janie's like, oh, am I being too much again?
Yeah.
Tabitha's like, yes. Because she understands that Tabitha gets overwhelmed easily. Because...
because...
See, also neurodivergent conversation.
Yep. The police are really on my ass.
I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts.
That's not troubling at all.
Nope. So, you should do your best to stay on my good side.
Alright. Here we go. Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne?
Yeah, sorry. It's a sore spot for me. Like I said, I don't know who's following you around, but it can't be him. Perlan sent him packing. He's gone.
Tabitha, the man is stalking me.
It's fine. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I don't need to dig up painful memories to make sure of that.
I can't believe we're actually hanging out. It seems late to come in the conversation, but...
Well, I mean, in some ways, that makes sense as a thing to come later in a conversation, I feel like. I can. It's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? Still, the two of us are more alike than I thought we'd be. It must be in our blood.
Glue.
Yeah, that's not a vaguely, unfortunately creepy thing to say.
Yeah. What kinds of things did Perlan tell you about me and my mom?
All sorts of terrible things. She left to talk about how destitute your mother was after leaving for Possum Springs.
Oof.
You were always a poor student and troublemaker, constantly getting taken in by whatever terrible counterculture of the week was hip and trendy in the city.
Not far off from Mae Borowski's life, but yeah, anyway.
I did say that with a little more annoyance than her face would indicate. Like, because I'm just realizing she clearly thinks it's a little ridiculous. For what it's worth, I don't think any of it was true. Well, except for you being a troublemaker. You're getting so many real Tabitha faces. It's so good. I love the real Tabitha faces.
What do you really think of me?
You're better than asking me for validation. I'll say that much. Okay, so you haven't totally clinched. You're not best friends with Tabby, but she really likes you. If you're best friends with Tabby, then she will actually just say, I'm really glad I invited you.
You're a better person than you let on. Grumble.
I'm not a good person, Johnny.
It's like when my dad says he's not a good person. It's like, nice try, but I know you.
Invite her ghost hunting.
Yeah, you coming ghost hunting with us tonight?
Is that actually happening? Stella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point arguing with you. If you're going to get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in.
Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Roscar and Rosalina.
Roscar and
Yeah, sorry.
Rosalina.
I
Sorry.
stumbling over my
Sorry, I
words
shouldn't make fun of
happens.
you. I just really enjoyed that.
No, it's fine. Meet y'all there in half an hour. Oh, I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird foggy morning. Frowny emoji. Or no, nose emoji? What is that emote?
The frowny.
It is? Okay. Wow, they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon.
Somebody's popular.
Just Kanika and Stella making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day.
Ugh. Is it Mayor Jimmy Day again already? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail?
Yay!
We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then.
Oh, this is like that one Japanese train station that has a station master that was a cat. You know the one. You may know the one. I don't know. Do you?
Yes, actually, I think so.
Yep. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking.
Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town.
Wow, that's the second time you've mentioned it like that.
Still, it sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup.
Oh.
And if Stella's gonna be there... Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over.
Achievement unlocked. I can fix her.
Oh.
Okay. Back to regular voices.
Yeah.
How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Kind of nervous. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a furious woman making a beeline toward you and Tabitha, Becca slinking behind her. This must be her mother. Tabitha, someone's coming. What?
She is an ultra Karen if you want to try to do the voice. Either that or I can do both of their voices.
It might be good for you to do both voices because they're the same family, so they should sound similar.
Fair. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet.
Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Down here, grinning like
yeah,
a buffoon.
sorry. It's actually funny. It cleared up for most of the Tabitha thing, and now it's back to, what the hell do you think you're doing down here? Grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night. A mine collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take away from...
That away from us, yeah.
You can't just take that away from us. For something that was your fault. I decided to actually just go indignant instead of like my Valley Girl Karen. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Ugh, Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you.
Oh dear. Ooh, you shouldn't talk to your daughter like that. It's bad parenting. Yeah, I'm a literal sort. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go in that mine. Of course he was demoted.
I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to the mine was actually secured. There will be hell to pay, Tabitha Scarlet.
What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me.
Mom, can we just go, please?
If I were you, I'd listen to your brat.
You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see.
The woman storms off just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it. She's right. I can't just hang around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I gotta get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again.
Meh.
Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns.
Stupid Becca's mom.
Yep. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Go to the library. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd is formed in a corner of the main foyer.
Oh, yeah, I get to do the mayor stuff.
Oh, good. Yes, you're here. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Johnny to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known him. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? I dimly remember you playing this part on one of your playthroughs. Oh, hey, it's that guy. Well, no, that's a different guy, but that's still very good.
No, that's Deputy Franklin.
Oh, it is? Okay, he just is wearing a different outfit because he's not wearing his uniform. Anyway.
He's playing security guard for the mayor.
Yep, he's a dog. And judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow in living memory has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday.
Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met.
He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed.
I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times.
He's a dog.
And you're an ape, and yet here I am, the big dog in charge.
He's the mayor. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits and, oh, and the close-knit small town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest.
Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters.
Ooh, that face. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? No, when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs.
Off duty, the services you render for me are more important than your police work.
Ooh, about to get heated. You know, you still haven't found Duke's body. What are you even doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. And especially not with suspicious out-of-towners.
Now, let's hear this stranger out. Tourism is part of this town's lifeblood, after all.
Hey, Johnny hasn't done anything wrong. I was there. Yeah, lay off him. This discussion is over, both of you. Now, meet the mayor like a good citizen and move along.
No, if you want to see the fight, yeah.
I was about to say, I want to talk to animals.
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. I should have addressed him as Your Honor, but anyway.
Well, fair.
Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to the mayor.
Of course. The pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow.
Oh my god, this is just Jaws.
I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand?
I understand you intend to ignore this problem until it swims up and bites you on the ass.
Is that actually where the line goes?
That's from Jaws, yeah.
Nice.
Wow. Let's go for the shock one here. So you know there are monsters laying eggs in the local animals and you're just going to let it happen? The murmurs behind you intensify as you continue your conversation with the mayor.
They can deal?
I had a feeling.
Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure that whatever is causing these disappearances is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in those hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, it's best not to cause a panic. I'm a pillar of this community. It's my job to project strength to my constituents. Yes. I've heard just enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of... sorry, I lost it.
It's fine.
In front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl the woods for so long.
Oh.
And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs. It's fair of me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate.
Oh no, with lots of room to run.
Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs!
Yeah, that was the wrong move, player.
I love that. At this point, dude, it is too late to backpedal.
I like Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor. That's pretty good. Stella, your dog is yelling at the mayor.
Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creatures who dared to threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town.
Whoa. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen! Calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle.
Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff.
Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy.
Ingrate! Ne'er-do-well! You dog!
Kanika is quick to follow. Yep. Dog politicians are still politicians.
Yep.
Looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Johnny? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Jesus, those two both go pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just to emphasize Pearland was freaking awful.
Wow, some of these are... What's that?
I think you can still do the talk to animals after you've done the explorers, but you can't do it the other way around.
Got it. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's here to help your cousin through this rough patch. I don't believe in an afterlife. I shouldn't have picked that.
If you want to undo it, I can explain to you how to undo. No, I think I already did.
It's fine mechanically. It just doesn't make sense for if my character is, in my canon, someone who played through the events of Night in the Woods, then they would not, strictly speaking, not believe in an afterlife. It would be complicated. But anyway.
Okay, fair.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully one of these days you'll come around. If you'd ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. Hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? Well, I've never encountered one myself, other than the Holy Ghost, of course. But I have heard stories of folks who have been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and...
Oh, don't try to get him to come on the ghost hunt with you. He'll leave and you won't get to do the talk to animals.
Gotcha. It seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearland, or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? I'll just do never mind. Never mind. Okie dokie then.
Okay, now you're at the you can only choose one.
Oh, of these other ones too?
Yep.
I will do Gretchen says she didn't vote for the mayor. That's a cute one. Gretchen says she didn't vote for the mayor. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. Oh my gosh.
Right?
I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about.
I want to say it was like my third or fourth playthrough when I finally got that scene, and I was like, oh, holy shit!
He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions.
And that's why I guided you a bit to make sure you'd be able to do the talk to animals.
I appreciate it, thank you. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Are you sure we can't just get it over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. Hang on, which voice was I doing for this one? I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either. But I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until that spirit is at full power. I want to be sure we get the best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts, and I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all are going to be the death of me. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation. Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good.
I do like ghost infestation.
I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing y'all need to bring is an open mind. Something tells me you don't have a set of backpack-sized nuclear accelerators, though, so not everything we could need for hunting ghosts. We have the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable.
Yes, good.
That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know that you all did your best to help her. Well, if we're not doing the hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's? Absolutely. Come on, Johnny. Time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See you all tonight. Time to go. Can I do all of these, or is it gonna...
Yeah, as long as it says explore, you'll be able to do others.
Good.
In most cases.
Right, well, I'm always checking for the edge cases, so...
Yep. This one should be fine.
So, about the mayor... I'm not sure we can count on his support is a good answer. Well, of course not. He's a dog.
Excuse me, my dear Stella, but I find that perspective quite demeaning. We canines are man's best friend for a reason.
So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at checkout. I don't know where he finds so many.
Them.
One hopes those weren't chick tracks, but you never know.
He doesn't feel like the chick tracks type.
Yeah. I think he comes off as a little weird because he shares my gift. Your gift? The one where I can talk to animals? He corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Wow, I sound like a lunatic. Wait, really? Whoa. Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, I like you, and I don't like the pastor. I wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Johnny is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week.
Oh, just you wait.
Should we invite Avery ghost hunting? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that. I'm sure they'd get a hoot out of it. Maybe a hoot and a holler. Who knows? Yeah, I can't say I mind having a calming presence with us tonight. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool, I'll text them on the way over to Reese's. Oh, and before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting. You invited her? Even after last night? Well, especially after last night, but... I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful.
Right?
I mean... I guess...
Yeah.
Good call, Johnny. I can't wait to hang out with her more. Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. Again. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along.
Oh, Stella.
Easy there, Steven Universe. Head to Reese's.
All right, so I would say
shall we hit
the
it?
best places to cut this chapter are
This is a good
either
one?
before or after the Reese scene.
Okay, yeah, so I think this would be a good one because we're encroaching
Yeah.
on midnight, and
Since it's already
a regular
getting
week.
close to midnight.
Yeah.
It does run the risk of running a little over next time, but next week is actually a holiday weekend, so
Yeah.
So that actually works out better.
I may be traveling and getting back, but I should be back by 10 on Sunday, or if not, then I should be able to stream from remote location by then. We'll see.
Okay.
Either way, should work.
Did you see my birthday thing?
I don't remember if I did.
Oh, I sent an email.
Nice. Oh, I haven't checked my email in a couple hours, so.
Okay. I did just send it a couple hours ago, so.
Yeah.
My birthday is in just over a week.
Yeah, I know. It's right before mine. So that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna call it here. and this has been fun. I enjoyed doing the voices with you. This is great. And yes, so Hanapengu, when is your next stream?
Oh, tomorrow at 4 p.m. I will be doing Cinderella Phenomenon. However, if you haven't watched the previous chapters, that's not a great time to come in. The better time would be Friday at 1 p.m. when I'll be doing Earthbound.
Yeah, Earthbound Origins, right?
Earthbound Beginnings.
Yeah, Beginnings, aka Mother 1. Yes.
Part 3? Yeah,
Could
part
be.
3.
Anyway, yes.
This will be my third stream of it.
Yes. And I don't know if I'll be able to do Friday co-op this week because, again, traveling, but I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, and
Sounds
then
good.
I'm hopefully doing Ring Fit tomorrow night, and maybe at some point I have to figure out when more Museum Madness, because that was a lot of fun, too. So.
Yeah.
All right. And then hopefully, again, Scarlet Hollow next week. All right. So until next time, farewell, everyone. Have a good night. Don't let the ditchlings bite, I guess.
Yeah, I love that.